Hi math students, this video is to help you with your upcoming checkpoint 7.12, and it is about dividing fractions. So remember, you can print out this page or just write it on your own paper, or you can do it electronically, that's your choice. But you want to use these as your notes when you're taking your checkpoint right after this video. Okay, so 8 divided by 8/11ths. So first I'm going to rewrite 8 as 8 over 1. Divided by 8/11ths. So you learned in this lesson that dividing fractions is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So what that means is you're going to keep the first fraction the same, and you're going to multiply by the reciprocal. You're going to flip the second one over. So I'm going to have 8 over 1 times 11/8. I just took the second fraction and made it upside down, the reciprocal. So now I can multiply. And in the previous lesson, you learned about multiplying fractions. That's really easy. You just multiply the tops. So 8 times 11 is 88. Multiply the bottoms. 1 times 8 is 8. So 88 over 8. Well, I bet I could divide by 8 on top and bottom to simplify this a little bit. So I have 11 over 1, or the answer is just 11. Okay, next problem. I have 3/8 divided by 3. I'm going to write 3 as 3 over 1. So when I divide fractions, I keep the first one the same, and I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm going to have this be times 1 over 3. So now I can just multiply the tops, which is 3, multiply the bottoms, which is 24, and now I just need to simplify. I can divide by 3 on the top and bottom, so I get 1/8. Okay, number 3 is 2/7 divided by 1/5. So I'm following the same process I did on these other two. I'm going to keep the first fraction the same, 2/7, and I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. So instead of 1/5, I'm going to multiply by 5 over 1. So multiplying the tops, I get 10. Multiply the bottoms, I get 7. So that's reduced. I can't divide by anything, but I could turn it into a mixed number. 7 goes into 10 one time with 3 left over. So 1 3/7. Number 4 is kind of small here, so I'm going to rewrite it. It says 5 1/3 over 2 2/3. So this is another way to write division, is just using that fraction bar. So this is the same thing as writing 5 1/3 divided by 2 2/3. So when I have mixed numbers, I'll want to turn them into improper fractions so that I can work with them more easily. So 5 1/3, 3 times 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16, so that becomes 16/3, divided by, I'm going to turn this into an improper fraction, so 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8, so that's 8/3. So I know when I divide that I'm going to keep the first fraction the same, so 16/3, and I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal, 3/8. Flip that second fraction over. So 16 times 3, let's see, I don't know that one off the top of my head, 48. And 3 times 8 is 24. So you can reduce this a lot of ways. I can tell 2 goes into it because it's even. I know 3 goes in there. Looks like 8 goes into those. But you know what else goes into these? 24. So I'm going to divide the top and bottom by 24. And it's not wrong if you would have divided by 2 and then divided by 3. You would have just had to do a lot of steps. So 48 divided by 24 is 2. 24 divided by 24 is 1. So my final answer here is just 2. All right, so if you feel good about this dividing fractions, go ahead and take your checkpoint now. If you still need more help, you can call, text, IM, email, and get some more help from me before you take your checkpoint.